What's up, everybody? Welcome back to West Coast Pop. It's been a heck of a week. Wrestling, news, life, pop culture. It's a great time. This is your boy, the final boss. Thank you guys for checking out the channel, checking out the podcast. We got a whole lot of videos for you guys. A lot still in the pipeline coming out. Really appreciate all the support. Hit that like button if you really enjoy it. If you rock with your boys, subscribe. We're at the 1,000 mark. Our next journey is 10,000. But this is the West Coast Popcast where we talk pop culture. We talk wrestling and everything above because we like a lot of stuff and we want to discuss with you guys. But if you're new to the channel, it's gonna be a heck of a week. But we got the Infinity Champion himself, the man who I think I stole the belt from last night at Backlash. Eric, how was your week going?
First of all, I was working that Roman Reigns schedule, all right? I was enjoying my Backlash, relaxing the way a true champion does. Because defending the title is overrated.
I had a few predictions go right, so we might have to address it, might have to tally it up. But Eric is our Infinity Champion, the leader of the Justice League, the man with the guitar clone hero streams, videos. Check them out, man. A lot live on the channel right now. And of course, I saved the best for last. The main man himself, Hollywood Zach, is here for possibly the final time for a bit. As he announced on his the Rampage stream, my guy Hollywood Zach is going to become Father Zach coming up soon, so he'll be gone for a bit. Zach, how's your week going? And
he's the poppy.
That is right. I will become a man of the cloth. I will become Father Zach, and yeah, we'll have Knock, if you feel cheated out of that belt, or Eric, either one of you, I'll make a new one. We'll have a tournament for it involving people that Vince picked personally, if you can't tell. Yeah, so this is gonna be the last one. Get your comments in, let us know anything that you want done on the channel coming up in the future, but I'm gonna take a little hiatus as I figure out fatherhood coming up this week. So I'm excited for this episode. Let's get into it.
Let's get into it, man. We got a lot to talk about. Big week. We're getting into the week of wrestling. Then we're talking some news and rumors. And then, of course, we got a push or shove segment for you this week as well, followed by the main event. So a lot to talk about it. Jumping into it right now with Monday Night Raw leading into Backlash. What happened here, Zach? And can we just push this aside and move on to the good stuff?
We can skip it. It's a build-up. It's all was 3 hours of build-up.
All was build-up. Raw was what it was. I tweeted this out earlier after watching Backlash. I think they missed out on an opportunity because the way Backlash with the excitement, the energy, I thought it felt like Mania. We could have had a Raw after Backlash for the first time, still in Puerto Rico. Can you imagine the boos Rhea would have got? The excitement of another night with Bad Bunny? You could have did a lot there. So Carlito maybe even being there for a match. We should have had a Raw after a Backlash, but we'll see what happens for Raw tomorrow. But getting into it with SmackDown in Puerto Rico. This was a great episode. LWO, of course, making their stuff. My boy AJ Styles and OC getting a victory over the Viking Raiders. Anything happened for you with SmackDown this week?
The crowd sold this. Shinsuke took the victory going over to Raw, so Cross kind of has to get rebooted. Not rebooted, but we'll see where his push goes. And another Triple H guy that's not in the title tournament. So Vince is behind it.
Yeah, Karrion's a weird thing because, again, I like his character work, but he's just not connecting with anybody. Wherever you go, he's not connecting to a single person, a single audience. Shinsuke got a good win here, though, so we'll see what happens going forward. OC got a victory, like I said, and then in the main event, we had Mysterio and Vega versus Mysterio and Ripley. Good win there, built up Zelina Vega very well. And Bad Buddy came out to Booker T, his theme song, his song, and made the save with the kendo stick. Great look, but apparently, allegedly, it's going around the news. Get to news and rumors. They want to suspend him for wearing the WWF logo. It's ludicrous, I know.
I mean, they did lose a lawsuit about it. So I guess I get it.
but they'll be all right, man. How are you going to suspend someone who's not even contracted with the company?
You can't.
Right.
You don't fuck with pandas. You don't.
Like, how would that go? You ever watch Eddie Murphy Raw when Eddie Murphy was talking about Michael Jackson's looking for him? He said, "So that's bad, buddy. I'm suspended. So what's that mean to him?"
I love the jacket. This is what I'm like, whatever. I'm sure he's got plenty of other WWE or merch or whatever he can wear.
Yeah, if I'm WWE,
give him a Shane O'Mac jacket.
You don't need that. Money. You don't need that. Here comes the buddy.
See? Shane McMahon and him can work on some nice sneakers and it'll be all good. The collab the world needs.
Oh man. But yeah, we're gonna jump back a little bit here. Before I get to Backlash, the big one, Dynamite happened. Anything to take away from Dynamite this week, Zach?
Not really. If there's something you liked about it, go ahead. This was just a very average episode, and still no real build up for Double or Nothing.
Yeah, they're not getting that build up for Double or Nothing. Like I want to feel it. Like I'm not too excited right now, but Hikaru Shida, one of my favorite, probably the best women's champion, returned. Did the whole fake out that Mox did with the Inner Circle a few years ago. Fake joined the Outcast, turned on them, sprayed paid the L. Now she's aligned with Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter. I think we need one more person, and I think TK has to pull the trigger and give us that blood and guts match.
It'd be cool, but the boys want it. The boys get it. What the boys want in AEW, they get.
All right, and then the Tres de Mayo Trios match, which they didn't announce would be for the Trios belts, but why would you do a Battle Royal for just nothing? But the Acclaim did get that victory there, and I think it's looking like the Acclaim versus the House of Black for Double or Nothing.
Under house rules. The satanic cult makes up rules for this company that they work for. I don't mind stuff like gimmicks like this, but when you start making up rules, I don't mind. I fucks disbelief and all that. I'm fine with people being this kind of character in wrestling.
Yeah.
Like when you start getting into the rules and stuff like that, it gets a little wonky with me. But
I agree. And I don't honestly. I like House of Black. The best thing that came from it was Julia Hart. I haven't really got enough Buddy Matthews on TV or Malachi, but I do eventually see Malachi and Buddy leaving AEW when their contracts are up. Just for a few reasons.
Where do they go back to Vince?
Yeah, I do. I mean, Malachi's wife's there, Buddy's girl's there. And he's not digging this whole Dob stuff. Rhea, we'll get to it. Rhea put Dob on her tights earlier for the match, so I don't know. The best.
I'd rather be a cuck than go back to Vince. That's just.
Oh. But the best thing that happened from Dynamite this week was Jarrett and Lethal on the farm. Eric, you haven't seen it. You thought Brock Lesnar on a tractor was cool. You didn't see Jeff Jarrett on a tractor. You didn't see Sanjay Dutt in his pencil. You didn't see Satnam Singh carrying a baby. This was epic on epic proportions, man. They stole the week. If you're wondering why All In might sell out, it's because of this man, Double J, Jeff Jarrett.
Jeff Jarrett looks like he constantly has to go to the bathroom.
That is not true.
Find it.
That is not true.
He does walk around like, where is it? That's pretty good.
He's looking for his next victim with the guitar shot.
They said it was past the booths. Where is it? It's on the other side of the Cracker Barrel.
I'm looking for the BATHROOM.
That was actually pretty good. I'll give you that one.
And he'll hold it in if it's a non-gender bathroom.
Oh man. Main event of the evening. We're finally getting the 4 pillars match for Double or Nothing. Jack Perry, Jungle Boy, MJF, who was pissed off, Sammy Guevara, and Darby Allin will be main eventing. So hopefully they steal the show. I have good belief they will. And I'm just going to combine the Dynamite recap with the Rampage one because the main thing from AEW Rampage was actually the firm deletion. On first watch, I will say I wasn't that big a fan. I rewatched it. There were some gems in this match, bro.
Where's it ranked for you in all of the deletions?
It's better than their last AEW one. What was that called? The Elite Deletion? What was that one called?
Something. Yeah, the Elite Deletion, I think.
Did they do 2 of them?
Was that the one with Sammy?
There's one with Sammy. There might have been 2 of them. But this is by far the best AEW WWE one, I think. I think I'll put this over both of them, not touching the TNA ones.
Okay. I need to go back. I remember.
And main reason Stokely Hathaway, man, was just carrying it on his back. His comedic timing is genius. He's hilarious.
Yes.
But I mean, that's it from Dynamite. We're gonna speed past that. Before we get to the main event of the recap, let's get into if you're in the chat, let's get into total non-stop action.
Past this. Like,
this
is last week. Do we have to do this?
We'll keep it short here, but Trend-packed wrestling was amazing. We had the debut of Trinity herself. Can you believe it? Can you smell it in the air? Feel the glow. It's no longer let's go. It's let's glow. So cool to get that promo between her and Deonna Purrazzo. They traded back barbs. Deonna says, when you face me in a title match, you can't walk away from this. You know, Trinity gives her that look, snaps back, claps back, and tells her, well, when you face me in the ring, you're going to wish you got fired twice. So great stuff there. Snatched the whole thing. Jordan Grace came out to insert herself into this trio of women's wrestlers, and she looks like a beast. She is jacked.
Yeah, she's doing competition. She's Charlotte Flair has something to a goal right there.
Yeah, she is jacked. So shout out to Jordan Grace putting in the work. Also, the next person joining the Impact Wrestling team, the broadcast team, Jennifer Jade Chung. Josh Alexander's wife will now be part of the Impact Media team. Shout out to her.
Oh yeah.
So see, Eric,
Impact.
We're giving out. We're getting jobs out here, buddy.
Yeah, getting jobs as long as you married to someone who already works there. You're gonna grandfather people
families
in now?
together. Keeping families together, man.
Is Josh? He's gonna have his kids work there next when they turn 18.
Listen, man. Whatever happens, man. A win is a win. And bringing back, if you guys enjoyed Breezango's run when they were doing the fabulous fashion files and being cops, Dirty Dango is on the list trying to find out who attacked Santino. And he's on the job. He has the whole whiteboard, the whole connecting the dots. He's going to figure it out, man.
So, I just want to make it clear. In this whole Impact recap, we've covered 2 WWE working females who are basically the biggest storyline for this company. We've covered Dango doing the same thing from WWE, trying to find out who attacked another WWE wrestler. Notch.
Okay.
What has Impact done for me lately? Huh?
Listen, this is now Trend-packed wrestling, and they've given you one of the best quadrilogies in recent years. Jonathan Gresham versus Mike Bailey for the 4th time. Gresham gets the victory as he locks in the octopus for the submission.
That's disgusting.
So,
that Impact of octopi? Disgusting.
Oh, man. It's great, man. It's great. Shout out to Mr. All Power in the chat, Noob and Co. as well. We do see your comments, man. Thank you for jumping in here. This is Zach's last podcast episode for a bit here. So thanks for jumping in and joining and supporting for all this time. Noob and Co. calls Stokely Carlin is funny. He needs to be in comedy movie more often. Yeah, I believe so as well. If you want to talk stealing the week, how about the main event, NW Power between Natalia Markova and Camille? I believe the Burke will be on the line at the Crockett Cup next month. Yeah, great match. Camille was in trouble. She's now 700 days as champion. Natalia looked like she got her submission in there, almost got the victory, but close. Maybe the rematch she'll get the victory then.
That was a really good match. Thanks for the recommendation, Noob, and check it out on Power. Skip through the rest of it and skip after the match, and you're good.
Now, I think it's time for the best thing that happened this week. Eric, Zach,
Okay.
it is WWE Backlash.
Whoa,
Zach,
whoa, 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 whoa. The best thing that happened this week? Eric, on NXT, can you tell the good people at home what WWE did?
Oh, man.
I had to watch this. I had to see this because I couldn't believe it. I grew up on old school Scooby-Doo. And I was the kid who was always surprised when they take off the mask. It's like, it's Old Man Jenkins. And then how did they know it was Old Man Jenkins? The clues weren't there. How did they do that? I am flabbergasted to find out you take off the mask of script. They literally flipped the script on our asses. It was Reggie. I thought
it was Reggie the whole time.
I was expecting William Regal. I thought it was like his return. But it was Reggie, the man who was pounding something I can't say on the Family Show on the main roster.
Hey, yo.
And now he's down in NXT, giving people the business, getting ratings. The script has been flipped.
Oh.
Yeah. Who was really buying into this? Like, who was really all for this, man? Scripts.
You watch Impact and you're not into this?
Scrappy Doo. I wasn't here for it, man. He's been getting his ass whooped by Axiom for weeks now, but he's supposed to be raiding terror. Miss me with that stuff, man. Go back to being Reggie, be the sommelier, do what you want to do there. But yeah, I'm not here for this.
For years, you allowed a man to wear a shark mask and call himself Shark Boy. But
listen, he got the approval from Stone Cold. Stone Cold gave him the thumbs up.
That's what's cool about Scripps. He doesn't need the thumbs up. He's a revolutionary, the voice of a generation.
I don't think he spoke the entire time he was Scripps.
Exactly.
But he's the voice of the generation.
You know how hard it is to be a voice of a generation without saying a word? CM Punk could learn from him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Scripts.
Did anything else happen on NXT that we should talk about?
Just a nice line from Indy leaving and dropping the title. What you say? Don't be sad it's over. Just be glad it happened, or be happy it happened. So, a nice thing to put out there.
Yeah.
Indy had one of the best send-offs. She had one of the best send-offs. Now that you mention it, the Dawn of Fire, if you will, the best tag team finisher in the world right now, Isla Dawn and Alba Fire. Great move, and Katana Chance sold it perfect. Eric, what are you doing, man?
What are you talking?
Why are you ordering DoorDash while the show is on? What do you think, you're Booker T, man?
What?
Well, let me fill Eric in on here. While Indy Hartwell was giving her passionate speech relinquishing the belt to go to Raw, Booker T was on the announce table ordering DoorDash. He got caught on video ordering from TGI Fridays some chicken parm.
That's fucking hilarious. See, if it's not Scripps related, I'd change the channel. But I wish I saw that. That is hilarious.
Oh man, yeah, Booker T is something else. National treasure.
Yes.
Was this actually like a real thing? Or was it part of a storyline?
No, it's not part of the storyline. He just got caught. He got caught slipping.
That's fucking hilarious.
He said he knew the segment was not about him. He was done for the night, and he needed his chicken parm warm.
He said, "Let me get that shooky, quack, quack."
But now the main topic of the week. It is WWE Backlash from Puerto Rico. And let me get into it, Zach. How was this pay-per-view was it the pay-per-view of the year for you?
So far. Just it was a big feeling, other than us going to Mania, because that has a special meaning all on its own. Sitting on the couch, yeah, so far this is pay-per-view of the year.
Yeah, the energy was off the charts, man. What were some of your highlights from this pay-per-view?
Crowd, mainly. The match of the night for me was Bianca and Io. If you have another one. I totally understand. And biggest moment was Zelina getting a moment before and after the match. I feel that's a very
Yeah,
Triple H kind of thing.
yeah, that was special. That was special. Eric, what were some of your highlights, man?
Highlights, of course, I called it from day one. The captain of Cool, Carlito, coming back. Every
Yes,
single
sir.
time he comes back, it puts a smile on my face. Loved it. Jay being put, almost getting a Samoan spike from Solo.
Solo.
That was a
Yeah.
great moment that I keep watching on Instagram. That's a great clip. The bloodline coming to an end soon. And yeah, I mean this might be the most fun show of the year. I'm like, wrestling was great, but like the fun this show gave was out of this world.
It was, man. This felt like we need to keep bringing Puerto Rico some shows because they were on fire. This was special for a lot of people, man. I've seen the Twitter blowing up. I've seen people in the crowd going crazy. This was special, and what really made me excited was Bad Bunny doing the whole switch up when he dropped Chambea in Puerto Rico. I knew it was about to be a legendary moment. I knew he was about to steal the show. They were chanting. I've never seen chants like that ever. Not from Jericho's music, not even Seth, not even Cody's Woe. These people were going crazy. The only other I thought he was gonna switch up a song because Booker T is cool, but I thought he would switch it up. I didn't think he'd pick Chambea. I thought he was gonna go for he has another song called PFNR. I thought he was gonna go for that one. But Chambea is good for chanting. It's good for getting that atmosphere going. So it was a good choice. That song's about to blow up. Like, I mean, it's already blown up. It's gonna blow up even more. And for anyone who doesn't know the song, pretty much it just goes translation just like aim, fire. I know you don't have any bullets. It's pretty much stuff like that. And in the song, he has some references to Stone Cold, name drop Stone Cold. He has Ric Flair in the music video. I think he even woos in the song as well. So this came out years ago. This was like, I think I found this song in like 2017, 2018. This is not a new song. So it's cool to see him bring it back.
Nice. It's so cool to see
the match was a fire too. What was that?
It's also such a big wrestling nerd.
Yeah, he really is. I like every song he has. He's putting references. He made a song with Booker T. He name dropped Rikishi before. It's really cool stuff, man.
What was the song you said he didn't pick that you thought he was going to pick?
PFNR. Just because he was in Puerto Rico, it's basically a Puerto Rican song. So
he didn't. I'm pretty sure he didn't pick that because of Friday night. He was told to get the F out. So because of that jacket. That's my Sunday jokes. I'm starting the dad jokes already. I guess.
But oh man. So yeah. So I mean, the whole presentation that too. I love that they incorporated the drone shots. That was really well done. But one topic I do want to talk about that kind of threw me off a little bit. Bianca got treated like John Cena out there last night. They opened a show, stole the show. They loved Io so much. Samantha Irvin's she announced Io Sky to the crowd. They pop. Then she's about to announce Bianca. Before Bianca gets announced, Io goes for a split. The split she usually does in the corner, and the crowd loses their mind. They lose their mind, and they turn on Bianca instantly. She's getting booed. She's getting the "you suck" chants. I was like, is John Cena out there?
John Cena's always there.
That's just too funny.
Bianca's now the longest reigning women's champion of the modern era. What do you think about these boos, and how can they handle this? Do you think it's like a one-time thing being in Puerto Rico, or do you think this will just continue, actually?
This was fine. Honestly, it's I don't know if it was because of the splits, but I mean, like, it was just weird because the whole stadium took part in it, so it was very odd. But I think they're fine. You know, there's other places where faces get booed and they go back to, you know, their regular routine of areas and they get cheered again.
Yeah.
It's a one-time deal. Like, that's honestly, it's why I'm fine with them not doing a Raw after in Puerto Rico, because it's a one-time special reaction.
Yeah, I think it was missed because I think like you let it soak in, like get those boos for Dob because he had some stuff, get those boos for Rhea because she just pinned the biggest babyface there could be right now. She pinned her clean, stacked her up like a pretzel, like she said. So I thought those boos could have been added a little more to it. I think Puerto Rico as a crowd
they'll be added.
would deserve.
You're gonna hear that crowd noise added for weeks to come, for years.
Well, they got material. They got a lot of material.
Yep.
Also in this show, I'm starting to get on the side of Omos. He can go in the ring. He's got something. It's just when you throw him in random matches, it's hard to get behind him. It's like it just doesn't seem like you care. So if you don't care, why should I care? But what he's been doing in the ring, I can get behind it. He had a great match with Seth. I mean, he took a super curb stomp for the pin. I still don't like how he gets pinned because he's a massive dude, but it's whatever. Solid showing.
Like I said, as an almost sapien, I enjoy this man's work. But the fact is, honestly, you remember when I can't remember if it was Kenny or Cody who said it about NXT that they should be putting on 5-star matches because they have weeks to practice.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
That's literally Omos. Week 2, I honestly would never put him in a match outside of a pay-per-view. I would just tell him your job from now on is to be a pay-per-view attraction, and you better nail your matches every pay-per-view.
I agree too. Zach, how do you get Omos back on track though? Because is he still an attraction, even though we've seen him get pinned repeatedly at this point?
I think you do what Eric just said. Because when you have jobbers on, like him and like Wardlow always does, or he did on Tuesday as well again.
Yeah.
It's like we see through that. But if you get people who if you use him as like a stipulation, even for like a 3-on-3 or something, or whatever you use, you can make almost look big and powerful and pin people and then just get a pin maybe twice a year to put someone else over leading into a bigger pay-per-view. So I think that's perfect.
Okay. Yeah, I'm all for Omos. I still think MVP should try to reunite the Hurt business, but I've been ringing that bell for years now at this point in the field. So,
I mean,
I just think,
you take it back now that Vince is in charge. This ain't Triple H's show no more.
Yeah, I don't think I want to see it anymore. To be honest, I think I'm done. But if they do bring him, I'll still give whatever. How many times they do it, I'll still give it a chance. But at this point, the hope is dying for it. What else do we have here? We'll get into it now. Rhea versus Zelina. That happened. That was like the third or fourth match on the card, I believe. A little earlier than I thought. I think we kind of talked about maybe it opening the show if it wasn't going to main event. Solid show. Zelina brought out the chancla, handed to her by her bob. Really, really solid stuff there. She made a lot.
We don't need Michael Cole explaining what that is.
Right.
Yeah. You could have missed me with that one.
For those of you out there who don't know, the fuck out of here.
I just looked on Urban Dictionary.
Better delete that history.
I was on Twitter, WrestleManiac UK, man. Great stuff over there. He's with the Wrestling group as well. He tweeted out something saying Samantha Irvin. So Zelina's decked out with all the Puerto Rican gear, got the flag, got the whole thing going. And Samantha Irvin goes, from Queens, New York. And, hold on. So it cracked me up, and there's no issue here. It was funny. I thought the same thing. But as a New Yorker, I was just saying, if you're from Queens, that's basically Puerto Rico. It might as well be part of it. So as a New Yorker, you know the type of stuff. But it was still hilarious to hear her say that. And not even mention, like he said, by way of Puerto Rico, from Puerto, or something like that to include it. It was hilarious.
Right.
The match itself, I think, was a little shorter than I thought it would be. But Zelina had some great moments, hit a 619. But in the end, Rhea hit a devastating riptide and got the victory.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about this match?
Great moment for Zelina. I'm cool they're not winning because the pop would have been great, but I think that momentary pop doesn't outweigh future booking for Rhea. But she got to show up in Puerto Rico. This was the right move. This was a great match to put on. And I'm sure Zelina was so emotional. This was a great night for her.
Someone also put it out on Twitter as well. You can see when Zelina goes to her family, CJ Perry's right behind her, her mom crying and trying to record.
That's right. Yeah. Huh. She was there and she went with what's her name? Scarlett and Liv.
That's really cool.
Okay.
Good to see that support going strong. And then last real topic here I want to get into before we get into the Cody Brock how do you guys feel about Bad Bunny and Damian Priest not main eventing in Puerto Rico?
I'll say after the ending of Brock and Cody, I think they made a mistake.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, you weren't going to get bigger pop than that. But also, I can kind of see Brock being like, I don't care where we are, it's either first or main event.
Yeah.
So that's a tough one to play with. But in the perfect world, yeah, Bad Bunny and Damien would have main evented.
Yeah, I just think that's a mistake. I mean, you have the two hometown heroes. If it wasn't Zelina, I thought it would have been Damian and Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny's the reason this event is going on in the first place. He brought the WWE to Puerto Rico, so it just didn't make sense to have him not main event. I know he's not a contracted talent. I know he's not in full-time wrestler, but you also have that big moment for Damian Priest. I thought he should have got his first pay-per-view main event with this crowd right here. It would have been perfect. And then, like you said, the ending with Cody and Brock, good match. Cody got pinned Brock clean, even though it wasn't a dominant way. It was a kind of tricky way. He pinned Brock clean, survived an F5, and had blood in the main event. So they're pushing Cody. As much as I want Seth to win the world title, as much as I want AJ to win the world title, this is Cody's belt, and we all see it coming.
I don't think so.
I hope not.
Yeah?
He ran like a coward after. Brock is totally
Right.
going to come back and kick his ass. I think he's costing him the tournament.
Okay, so if you have like a wonky finish where Brock comes in and costs him with a tournament, how does that help the champion who goes over? Who's still, you're already looking kind of weak like a consolation prize. Now you need help to win the belt?
He can just be a distraction. His music can hit and he doesn't even need to come out, and it can cost Cody.
Yeah. Or even better,
What do you think, Eric?
I would say take him out in the first round. That would get out of the way and just the rest of the tournament be legit.
I agree with that. Don't do this in the final because I think that has to be a legit, straight up match. You're gonna need every single bit of, if it's Seth versus AJ, Seth versus Finn, whoever. You're gonna need every bit of a 5-star match you can get out of that to really get this time. Oh, he earned that belt.
Right.
But you got it.
I mean, and then going back to that finish, I mean, we spent weeks, Cody literally being like, "I'm gonna destroy you, Brock. I'm gonna beat you," and then he's just happy with a little missionary pin and runs away. that's I get that, like, Brock. I think he's only really like been pinned clean by Seth and Roman in the past like what decade, and I guess Goldberg.
Yeah,
that's Goldberg.
Literally.
So I get it. I get Brock's probably like, I'm not gonna lay down for anybody, but it's just a weak finish to a good build.
Yeah, I mean, the way you want to build Cody, I think he should have pinned Brock clean. Imagine him hit the crossroads and pin him clean. That is huge. Like you said, it's only been Roman, maybe Cena, like a long time ago, Triple H, Goldberg, and Seth. So you put Cody in that topic, you're shooting him to the moon. It's a good win. He can run with that. Like, he beat Brock Lesnar. He can say that. But in the end, it's like you didn't really beat him the way you should have.
And he needs to. And this is the only time I'll use John Cena's name in a negative way. He needs to stop doing the thing where John Cena did with the AA, where he hits multiple and it still doesn't win the match. You're just making your move look weak.
He's been doing that since the AEW days for the TNT belt. It's cool to do it every once in a while, but you do it every single match, it takes away from it, like you said. Like, right. I feel that, like, you hit it once, you go for it again, you get that amped up feeling, but don't overdo it.
Especially if it's not going to be the finish.
Yeah. What else happened today? I think that was the main thing with Backlash. Huge pay-per-view, great opportunity, great show, man. Really hope they get more shows in Puerto Rico because this crowd was awesome. Great to see Carlito back, Savio Vega. They were going crazy. It was a great pay-per-view. I have nothing else positive to say, like nothing negative to say about it.
Only negative thing, no Shane McMahon.
We didn't need it. That man can't even walk right now.
That man,
no, he can't. Oh,
he's got international passport.
You don't need a passport to go to Puerto Rico, man.
I meant like worldwide. Everywhere he goes, he's allowed. Everybody loves him where he goes.
Yeah. Let me just say this. You had to have done something for your dad to hate you that much. Where you just barely you get a corporate tweet on your birthday. You barely get mentioned. You get fired from the company. You're not getting any of this company in the will. Like like you don't even register on the succession platform of getting the company after the founder dies. Like I'm just trying to I think Vince didn't screw Shane. Somehow, some way among the years,
Don't say it.
Shane screwed Shane.
You know how he
Yes,
did?
sir.
He
I
became
agree.
more popular than a father. The Luke Skywalker of the world beats Darth Vader every time.
Vince turned his ass into the last Jedi Skywalker.
And I do want to bring up the poll of the week because I asked the people of the YouTube world, who's your favorite McMahon? And I am disgusted by the results. I am ashamed.
Is it
and
Ed?
disgusted. That actually would be a good one to put in there. With 43%, the winning McMahon, somehow, some way, is the woman that created women's wrestling, that perfected women's
Wow.
wrestling, Stephanie McMahon. 31% Vince is their favorite. 23%, which, you know what? 23, the GOAT, Jordan, of course. This is the YouTube's way of saying Shane McMahon is the GOAT. And then with a measly 4%, Linda.
Oh, poor Hillary.
Thank you guys for voting. 111 votes for this one. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah. Eric puts those polls out every week, so thanks for all the support, and we really like seeing that, man. Really appreciate all that. I don't know what McMahon to vote for because they're McMahons. So hey, I don't know, man.
For the prodigal son.
Not the guy who I watched blow a quad last month at Mania.
The man who came back for you. He came to entertain you personally.
He came strictly for you. I think. But that was the weekly recap, man. Huge week for WWE. Let's jump into some news and rumors real quick. I got a few here. The tournament for the World Heavyweight title starts tomorrow. We have 12 superstars: Seth Rollins, Austin Theory, AJ Styles, Bobby Lashley, Finn Balor, Rey Mysterio, Edge, Damian Priest, Miz, Sheamus, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Cody Rhodes. All 12 competing for the title. That'll be crowned at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. So we'll see how that goes out. Everyone's thinking Seth's going to win. So you know what that means. Everyone thinks Seth's going to win. They're going to try to pull a fast one on you and give it to somebody else.
And these are very Vince guys. I mean, some of them Triple H likes too, obviously, like Finn and some others. And Edge is just a smart choice to put in there as a wild card.
Yeah.
But like, there's no Karrion, there's no Bronson Reed. This isn't a Triple H tournament, which got flipped around almost 3 times this weekend. I think that's because Vince got his hands on it and wants it his way. So
yeah,
it is what it is. It started as 2 or 4 3-on-3 things, now turned into a multi-brand tournament. And man, this belt's cursed. I'm telling you.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, man. I don't know. And then, so Carlito, he's been getting interviewed ever since last night. Quick interviews because it came out quickly. But he hasn't been getting any calls from anybody. He said he's not waiting by the phone because no one's reaching out. So I hope someone reaches out to him soon because he's still in great shape, and I still like to see one more good run from him.
Yeah. I can't remember, why didn't they sign him back? Like, there's a point where he was doing matches on Raw.
I think they just had nothing for him.
That's true. I mean, to be fair, if they sign him back, he's not doing storylines, he's just doing matches.
Yeah. I mean, but we see with MVP, he found his way into like not being called back, but working his way into storylines and just being a mainstay. We'll see. Other things, AEW confirmed 60,000 tickets sold for Wembley Stadium so far. The pre-sale on the first day of the sale. Rumors are saying it's close to 70K now. They're getting real close to selling out, man. So good on AEW. Wrestling is very healthy right now.
It's gonna sell out.
Yeah, well,
I hope so. I just hope they figure out the production stuff. You have a big opportunity here to get a lot of stuff right. Figure out that card. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
And then lastly, there's a lot of news and rumors about where Drew McIntyre might end up. People are just questioning it. He's not been advertised for a lot of stuff. So he looks like he possibly might be leaving the company. Who knows?
I mean, he's not in the tournament, so
Right.
That's true.
It's a shame. He really pushed from is it Money in the Bank? It's gonna be in the UK this year.
Yeah.
He really
Yes.
pushed for that, and it's not even gonna be there.
Hey, it might not be in there for it. It's the O2. He might be there at Wembley for All In. Who knows?
2024 around Royal Rumble is about when his contract expires.
Okay. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But he's gonna be going dark. It'll be a shame for him to miss a lot of these big events, though. But he's going dark for a little bit. That's all the wrestling news rooms I got. One I got for Eric. It's Xbox related, man. Xbox has been in the blender recently, man. I'm waiting for them to give me a reason to buy one. I'm waiting for them to really bring out some games. But their new game, Redfall, is getting 4s and 2s, and it looks like the CMA, the British, are blocking their purchase of Activision. So who knows if it's going to go through or not? But again, I joke around about Xbox with Eric all the time, but I don't want them to go away because we need competition.
First of all, let's not act like PlayStation's been doing great this generation.
I mean, they're number one in sales. Let's not get crazy.
What games have come out for this generation besides
God of War, Spider-Man,
remakes? So you got God of War, Spider-Man.
We got Wolverine on the way.
On the way. After how long have we been saying that we need PS5 games for? Not. I can pull up the chat logs.
Listen, I can pull up so many PS5 games. It's not even funny right now, man. But yes, Xbox is in the gutter right now. Hopefully, they can bounce back.
I see. Yeah,
I
hope you don't have Game Pass. You are forbidden to get Game Pass.
I don't take pride in saying it, buddy. I don't.
With that said, I think they'll get it. I don't think. Is it because I'm guessing they're saying this is some form of what's it called? Monopoly. Thank you.
Yeah, they were trying to push for that with gaming, and it looked like they were okay with it. But now I think they're pushing it for like the cloud gaming, which has other randoms like Amazon or whatever other cloud gaming. They're saying like it'd be a monopoly that way. So they're one way or the other trying to block them some way, and it's looking like it's going through.
I think they'll be. I think there are worse cases of monopolies that have made it through.
We'll see, man. Yeah, but that's a little gaming news for you there. If you guys got any news and rumors, anything pop culture, Zach, what you got?
I just got 3 things. Matt Cardona is no longer around with Impact. He was on a handshake deal.
We didn't need him.
They're so cheap they couldn't give him a contract. They just not. What's all these handshakes? Why? Does Impact know that a handshake is not enough to pay rent?
That's Impact's problem. They want a contract, and Matt doesn't.
Oh, so Matt's the smart one.
Oh, look how the narrative changes.
All right. XPW has signed Tessa Blanchard. Do you think this is a way back into the U.S. market, or do you think this is XPW's way of trying to get attention?
Definitely trying to get attention. I don't. That doesn't even make sense why they would do that. I know she can wrestle, but I mean, who's gonna want to wrestle her? That's to be of prestige.
Whether this just turns out to be her comeback, she just completely turns face in real life, earns her way back. This is the start of the return of Tessa.
I think it's over, bro. I mean, you can never say never, but it doesn't look promising. I think if she's gonna make a return, a big comeback, it has to be on a main stage. I can't see her trying to make her way through the indies again.
That would be so sad. Yeah. What happened to Austin Aries? Is he still out there in the indies?
Well, I don't think he's ever got canceled. I just think he just started saying some weird shit and no showing events or no selling a main event.
I know he's on some independent scenes blacklist, so it's going to be tough for him to find work because of what he's done. And speaking of, this isn't what I had, but I totally forgot about this. There was something put out on AEW's social media featuring Ricky Starks using Marty Scurll's theme music.
Really?
Yes. So take that to what you will, especially with Bullet Club, Pokemon Gold, Silver, Blue, and Red forming in AEW.
I think Marty Scurll is another one who's done. I think he would have already been in AEW if the stuff didn't come out about him. But yeah, I think he's finished.
I don't know, because he's on the same level of Flip Gordon. Like, Flip Gordon isn't canceled. He's just for some reason not going anywhere big. So it makes me think it's his choice. Because Marty could, like, even before he got canceled, like, he wasn't in the AEW.
Yeah.
Last thing I have, number one at the box office, only 116 million, far from the 146 million that Guardians 2 put out. But Guardians 3, number one movie in America. Knock, did you see it? And anyone who saw it in the comment, leave a comment below what your rating is. Try to get us to go see it as well.
1,000 times better than that Ant-Man movie. But yeah, it was cool, man. I think for anyone who's looking for a really strong villain, you're gonna get one in this, man. You're gonna get not a villain that I can agree with, not a villain you can like kind of like. You're gonna get a villain you're gonna hate, and I think the guy who played him did a really good job.
Okay.
The only thing I'm iffy on is how they portrayed Adam Warlock, but besides that, really strong movie.
Nice. Good way to end the Guardians trilogy.
Yeah, 100%. It still left me wanting a little more, but they concluded like a good amount of stuff. It was just well done, really well done. It even gave me hope for DC because James Gunn is moving over there.
Okay. All right. That's all I got for news.
What's the Defenders of the Universe doing in the DC zone?
Oh man! But Eric, you got any news and rumors?
I think you covered my thing with Drew. Yeah, I think you guys pretty much got everything.
All right. Well, off for news and rumors. Let's get into a quick push or shove. We haven't had this segment in a while, but I wanted to bring it back here. Zach's last podcast in a bit. We'll definitely get to you guys later on in the week at how we're going to move forward with the podcast. We'll come up with a plan, but right now this is what we're doing here. So push or shove, AEW will sell out Wembley Stadium even without announcing a card.
Yeah.
I'll say they'll sell out once they start announcing the card, but I no doubt think they're going to sell it out.
Yeah. I think once CM Punk gets going, what he's going to do, I think they're going to get some more numbers in there as well. Maybe if you get a Mercedes one as well. Next one, we kind of already talked about it. Drew McIntyre will leave WWE and debut at Wembley.
Can't.
I also think if he leaves WWE, I don't think he wrestles.
I think he does.
Okay.
I think TK going to give him a bag. Or he'll go back to Impact.
But I mean, whenever you talk about a guy returning, like getting fired and coming back on top, you don't talk about Jinder, you talk about Drew. Is he really going to go back outside WWE? And I know AEW is like not at that same level, but is he going to do that again? Just leave to...
Well, I think it's kind of how I feel about Cody. I think he went to WWE to have unfinished business, finish that off. He won the WWE title twice. I think if he leaves, I think he'll be fine.
If he does, it's for the money, which is fine. But I guess I could see him just exploring other options. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I want to know if something actually happened and like why he's like off or like something happened backstage or whatever. Right. Next one, I tweeted this out. And I hope it comes true. Cut my check if it does. I said, Swerve, if Will Ospreay's on the card, he needs to be against Swerve. Swerve said, indeed, I agree. So my next push or shove, in Wembley Stadium All In, Swerve defeats the hometown hero Will Ospreay at All In. Push or shove. Think of the boos.
You make... I don't want to say it's not going to happen. You're making me say go against it, and I feel bad for saying it. It's never going to happen.
Cut me my check when it does.
I hope it does, but they haven't even been putting Swerve on too much, except for like at the very end of vignettes
Rampage.
or matches when he comes out with
Right.
new mogul affiliates every week. Coloring
Yeah.
Book and Baby Brock are not even in there anymore. I don't think TK has a full grasp of what's going on with it.
Yeah,
No.
it really bothers me. It really bothers me that they're barely using him. When he's on, he shines. He's a good villain for TV, and he just doesn't get enough TV time.
Perfect.
He seems happy. He says he's happy. So at least he's happy.
I'm sure he is. I need TK to get things right. Again, we have a 2 hour. We have another 2 hour show coming. I need TK to get it right.
Yeah.
Next up, Bad Bunny will win a championship in WWE.
He missed the opportunity. They got rid of 24/7.
A real championship, a US IC Tag World.
I think if Logan Paul wins one, he will win one. I think Logan Paul's the guy that they're pushing for more matches first. Because let's just face it, Bad Bunny is, I think, too big to be a WWE champion, and that's a kudos on him for what he's doing. You're main eventing Coachella for like 20 nights straight. You are like the head of the Met Gala. You are doing the head of Puerto Rican wrestling right now for a full weekend, on top of doing tours, albums, merch, and everything else. This guy, I think he's fine without a belt. I don't think he's going to, because he is that busy and that good. So
I'm glad you said that. You literally just said Bad Bunny's busy. He did the Met Gala, Coachella. He's on tour everywhere. He put out 3 albums last year, and somehow, some way, he still finds time to wrestle. So what is The Rock's excuse? Where are you at, Dwayne? what are you doing, Dwayne? You tripping over a hammock, but you can't get in the ring?
let me on the side of Dwayne, let me reiterate how busy he is. First off, he has Young Rock. Oh wait, I think that's canceled. But anyways, he has the DC franchise that he's off for that. Oh, you got Knock Fast 10 comes out in
Yes,
like 2
sir.
weeks. Oh wait, he's not a part of that anymore either.
No, got
Good
to a
point,
fight.
Knock. Yeah, good point. Never mind.
But you know who is busy but still wrestles? The man who is in Fast 10. The man who built the foundations of DC. The man, the face that runs the place. Jonathan Anthony Felix Cena.
I didn't know all that. Oh man, he's picking up the Rock's. He's only in Fast Furious because the Rock's not there no more.
Pretty much.
Absolutely not, because he knows about hustle. Actually, Doc, how can you say that? I thought Fast and Furious was all about hustle. It was all about loyalty to the family. It was about respecting the family. John Cena is Fast and Furious.
I will say this. This doesn't happen a lot. Doesn't happen often. But Eric, I will give you that one.
Thank you.
All right. Enough talking
you
about
got me
Vince's real son.
Hey man, check the DNA test. But next up on the list, we have Carlito will make an official return to the company. Push or shove.
I'd love it, but it's not going to happen. God, I'd love that.
I'm with Eric on that one. Love it, but I don't think it's going to happen.
And Leslie.
Just
you got
real
it.
quick. I mean, in all honesty, what does Carlito do as a character if he comes back? Like, every time he comes back, it's nostalgia active. He's cool, and I spit apples in people's faces. He's not going to do that in 2023.
I say you can put him in the LWO and try to work something there. Maybe it could be a start. Like we didn't know what. Again, I know it's different because MVP is really good on the mic, but we didn't know what he would do when he returned, and he turned that into something. I think just give him an opportunity to turn something into something, and we'll see what how magic happens.
I would love for him to give him a chance. He just has to have something planned, or at the very least, have something like in his back pocket.
Yeah,
like an apple
Zach,
like he did last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like it, but I don't think it's going to happen. He may come back for a couple weeks and then kind of go back.
Yeah.
Okay. You got 4 more here. When WWE makes their mid-card women's championship, that has Zelina Vega's name written all over it. Push or shove.
Shove. I would love for her to have it, but in a Vince McMahon world, that huge pop that she just got is going to disappear from his mind very soon. So it's just going to be somebody else.
I'm going to agree with Eric. It's going to be someone else. Just like if you look at the 12 people that are in line for the new World Heavyweight Championship on Raw, they are starting probably a new legacy or whatever with it. They want their first person to have that belt be a total, not to say people aren't a company person. They want it to be someone that they feel comfortable 20, 30 years from now saying that's their first person. I think that's why Seth is kind of the odds-on favorite to win that one. So if you can find a woman who WWE feels that comfortable with, whether it be Bailey or whoever, that, in my opinion, is who's going to win that first mid-card title.
Okay, I can see that. Trinity will win the Knockouts Championship in her first ever match.
Of course she will. It's Impact Wrestling. If I walked into Impact Wrestling and I told them, hey, I bought a ticket to WWE, they're going to book me to win the X Division Championship.
It's not true.
I'm up in the air just because they added it is a three-way, so there's a way to get her out of it and get a feud going before she does that. So I'm gonna hope that's how it goes, because I don't like when people just randomly get titles for showing up at companies. But
yeah, it devalues your belt, your division as well.
I mean, that's a good thing
I
about
think
Impact,
she'll win it.
is that you can't devalue what's got no value.
It's not true at all, man. We're finally getting our respect. Stop taking shots at us. All right, and last one, of course, for the 2023 awards, main man Zach will be Father of the Year.
Absolutely. I mean, he's already proved he's already going to be a much better father than Ray. He's not going to strike his child.
That's true, man. Much better father than Ray. Much better father than Vince, who can't even say happy birthday to his child.
Oh, man. Father of the Year right here, folks.
But that is Push or Shove coming back, making a return this week for Zach's finale.
Love it.
Great segment.
Well, we introduced. Would you say, Eric?
That's a great segment.
Thank you guys, man. It's been a good doing a show with you, man. We'll hope to get it back, returned, rebooted for you. Me and Eric, we'll be here next week, so keep an eye out for that. We'll still have a lot of videos coming up. We have a lot of videos in the pipeline. Still got that coming for you guys as well. So keep an eye out for that. We hit the 1K subs. We're gonna try to get these watch hours up, man, and get that duck off of the screen for when Zach comes back. That duck will be gone, hopefully. Eric, you anything you want to talk about real quick?
Just that Zach has given us such a great gift to the channel in the form of an interview with Chris Gore. Be sure to check it out. Such a great interview. If you haven't seen it, you're missing out for sure. It really reminds you of the nostalgia and greatness of the original G4.
It does, man. That was a fabulous interview. He covered a lot of stuff. He asked Chris Gore the hard-hitting questions. He had nice segments in there as well. So really good stuff there, man. Come a long way. The interviews from the production, from the questions we asked. So really good stuff there, man. Hopefully we'll keep that growing. Zach, you got any word before we get into the main event?
Yes. Thank you both for helping out with that. Knock edited that. If you want to give him a shout out in the comments too. He made that interview look really, really good. And then Eric did a great accompany video with the Guitar Hero and Code Monkeys. I watched that and I forgot about Code Monkeys. I forgot how much I watched that show. And I got deep diving into YouTube, other shows. So, I mean, just the channel is it's going to grow even more. So we are going on hiatus, but do not worry. Everything is going to be bigger and better. And that's because this proved that the three of us work so well together, and we're just going to try to build on what we've already done and just become bigger, better, and like more quality production for you, because we know you are spending your time with us and we appreciate that.
Myself, that is great. We're going to get this even better for the production. Looking for new logos. You guys know anyone does logos? Let us know, man. I'm trying to update everything. I'm trying to get things right. We hit 1K subs, so the price went up. The production's going to go up as well. And of course, Eric brings in a lot of great production with his openings. He sets his streams going. Still working on the Impact slide, but everything else is phenomenal.
That's right. I mean, when we come back, when we rebooted, we're gonna finally have the hard conversation about let's drop Impact, because it's like an anchor holding us down. We've got Zach's amazing comedy, we've got Knox hype energy, but Impact will forever hold us down, like it holds down humanity. The reason why we still have war in the world is because of Impact Wrestling. The reason we don't have world peace, the reason that disease exists is because of Impact. Anyway, thank you guys for watching.
With that being said, you guys know what time it is, and I'm gonna have a little more up in this one, a little more up because you stuck with us this entire time, and you know what? It's time for the main event of the evening. Zach, take it away with promo school.
Promo school, we have so much good stuff in wrestling going on. I just want to promote all wrestling succeeding right now. It's a good thing. Have conversations. Do not argue online. But
Yes.
Puerto Rico this past weekend, we're going to London with AEW. We're going to Saudi, but whatever the fuck. And we have Money in the Bank coming to London as well, folks. Eric and Knock, I would like each of you to pitch any wrestling company that they should come to your place. I do believe Tennessee, I think, is getting Super Bowl 41 or 2 or 42, I believe. Anywhere. It can be anywhere. It doesn't have to be a real place. It can be a sci-fi place. It can be a place from the comics. It can be parts unknown. It can be whatever you want. Do a nice, quick elevator pitch why your place of where you live should get that wrestling event.
Don't waste your promo on what I think you're about to do. Don't do that.
We can tag team it if you want, because I already know where I'm going.
We can do it separate because I'm afraid of which company you're gonna pick.
No, I'm gonna do it right, man. I'm gonna do it right.
All right, go ahead.
Listen, AEW TK. You see what happened in Puerto Rico. You see what WWE did. I'm telling you right now, give a quick shout out, throw your money back up the Brinks truck for the girl herself, Bad Girl Riri. Get Rihanna, take your pay-per-view to the Caribbean, the home of real wrestling, the home of excitement, the home of everything, dance hall, all of it. You want to throw a concert with your wrestling? You get Rihanna and you go to the Caribbean. I don't care if it's Jamaica, if it's the Virgin Islands, Turks and Caicos, Barbados. We're throwing a party over here. Are you kidding me? Swerve Strickland, Keith Lee, bring them all, the Elite, the Young Bucks. We're gonna make noise. We're gonna sell it out. We're gonna have ready. I'm so hyped. You come to the Caribbean, you'll get higher than you ever been. I promise you.
You know what? I was considering doing that same promo, but I think I'm not gonna do it better than Knock did. And because it was so well done, I'm not gonna knock Impact on this one. I'm gonna give a genuine one.
This guy.
Now, we all know Gunther, but before Gunther, there was Walter. Walter, who fought the great Will Ospreay in OTT. We had Matt Riddle in OTT. We had Zack Sabre Jr. in OTT. It's time to bring OTT to the USA. We don't even need the ropes. You guys sometimes don't fight with the ropes. We'll cut them off for you. It'll save us all some money. You guys can come over here. We have Irish pubs, so you can have your little square where it feels authentic, kind of. The fact is, we need you to come over here and make wrestling great again for this country. Show us the stars of the future. The world slept on you. It's time for you to wake them up. Let's make OTT worldwide. Let's make it Titus worldwide with OTT. I would just love to see OTT live without having to go to Ireland. You don't have to go to Ireland one day.
That's a good pick because again, you've seen a lot of main events. Ospreay, Walter. You had what's my boy's name? Devlin. What's his name now? Big ass forehead. JD McDonough. You've seen a lot of good stuff over there.
Oh man, big ass forehead.
I want that. I'm pretty sure he's going to debut Judgment Day on Monday, but I want that. They always have like 16-time champion, big ass forehead. Remember of what?
Oh man,
motherfucking MODOK.
Hey, we got some of there, man. if you want to get another Modoc, you got JD McDonough right there.
Oh damn!
Oh man, this is great stuff, man. What an episode! Episode 155, man. We've been doing this since the start of the pandemic. We decided to put a podcast together, and it turned out for the better. We're here 155 episodes later, over 500 videos later, over hundreds of thousands of views, thousands of subs. We appreciate you all. Eric, any final words?
Be sure to still hit that bell icon, subscribe, because things might be changing, but we're still moving forward. Send your love for Zach. Let him know that he's about to be the grand papi of the universe. And of course, do not forget to leave your comments below, because we always reply. We always check them out. We appreciate you guys taking the time to interact with us.
We definitely do, man. Thank you all. We appreciate it. More videos to come. We're going to figure out what we're going to do with the podcast, but Denton rebooted for sure. You're going to get a whole new look with the logos, the banners. I'm looking to redo it all. Fresh new coat, like Fast and Furious. But this is not about me. This is not about the West Coast Pop. It is about the main man, Zach. Where can they find us?
Find us here. We will be here. We may be rebooting and going on hiatus for certain reasons. You can find us here. Like Eric said, comment. We'll comment. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram. We have an email somewhere out there too. You can find us. Don't think we're going away for good. We're not. It's just a break. It's a revamp. It's a reboot. So we can serve you better. We love our community. Thank you so much for being a part of it. And thank you for just this podcast, you guys. I know I'm going to go away for a really good reason, but I'm also excited to come back and make more magic with you.
Yes, sir.
I also,
yes,
I think I have to formally apologize to Triple H. When he gave his speech about WWE not going anywhere, I said, you don't do that unless it's something bad. But I guess I get it now. The universe has sent me a lesson.
Oh, that's funny. Are you going to apologize to Impact Wrestling now? Or
oh, God. They owe us an apology for putting on what they call wrestling.
Oh, man. From the final boss to the main man, the Infinity Champion, this is West Coast POPCast. Peace out, y'all.